Hello everyone. This should be good. Another video produced purely to advance the denigration and defamation of white males. On with the show.
Hey fellow white guys.
It's about to be a new year.
And there's a few things we think you could do a little bit better in 2017.
First off, try to recognize that America was never great for anyone who wasn't a white guy.
America was never great for anyone who wasn't a white guy? So America hasn't been great to people like Oprah Winfrey. America hasn't been great for people like Beyonce or Jay-Z. America hasn't been great for Barack and Michelle Obama, for Christ's sake.
Can we all just agree that Black Lives Matter isn't the opposite of All Lives Matter? Black lives just matter. There's no need to overcomplicate it.
No one thinks Black Lives Matter is an opposite point to All Lives Matter. Saying Black Lives Matter implies that blacks are dying by the police at disproportional rates from what would be expected given the demographic distribution of criminality. They are not. FBI statistics show that blacks commit more violent crimes, particularly those involving weapons where cops are more likely to shoot someone. So far this year, according to data compiled by the Washington Post, 435 white people have been killed by police versus only 223 black people. We say all lives matter because black people are not special when it comes to police shootings. The police are trained to defend themselves, and they respond with appropriate force, the vast majority of the time. If you aren't committing a crime, and you comply with the police who suspect you of wrongdoing, whether or not you are committing a crime, your chances of dying by a police officer vanish into Nobel Peace Prize winning rarity.
Also, Blue Lives Matter isn't a thing.
Cops weren't born with blue skin, right? I mean, yeah, they weren't born blue.
Blue Lives Matter is a thing, with people saying cops should restrain their use of force, which is almost always justified given the circumstances. They are essentially saying cops should put their lives on the line in the hopes that the criminal, armed, and uncooperative suspect doesn't decide to fire at them. Cops don't return home to their children by hoping for the best. They return to their children every day by ensuring the threats that plague us daily are dealt with in the manner befitting the situation. Sometimes this means death for an uncooperative black man who assaults a cop, tries to take his weapon, and charges toward the officer after the cop chases him back down to apprehend him. I'm looking at you, Mike Brown. Hands up, don't shoot. What a load of bullshit.
Stop bragging about being woke. Stop saying woke.
I've honestly only heard black people say woke, and on this issue I actually agree. As a generally wise rule of thumb, white people shouldn't copy the way black people speak. I can't believe I'm agreeing with MTV. Fuck my life.
Learn what mansplaining is, and then stop doing it.
I'll stop mansplaining when feminists stop using illogic to defend their religious ideology. I cannot help but to beat a woman into intellectual submission since they repeatedly use the exact same flawed myths to defend the need for feminism in the West. You know, myths like the gender wage gap and comparing coverage of Viagra compared to the pill. Viagra treats a medical condition. Birth control does not. When your tax dollars pay for my condoms, then I'll agree my tax dollars should pay for your birth control. While we're at it, let's also shift the money from breast cancer research into prostate cancer research, in the interest of equality. Damn it, I'm mansplaining again, aren't I?
Oh, and if you're a judge, don't prioritize the well-being of an Ivy League athlete over the woman he assaulted.
In the case of Brock Turner, I agree. He should have been sentenced longer. That being said, he is a permanently registered sex offender, which will affect his freedom of movement, housing, and employment for the rest of his life. While his actual prison term was relatively short, he was a first-time offender, and this action will have lifelong consequences.
We all love Beyonce, and yeah, she's black, so of course she cares about black issues. I'm talking to you, Fox News.
Feel free to take Kanye West, though. You guys can have him.
You know what you did, Kanye.
I'm sure Beyonce does care about black issues, because she is black, and this, of course, is entirely her prerogative. I just ask that she doesn't support an anti-white terrorist movement. I'm really not asking for a lot here. Instead of supporting Black Lives Matter, she should be arguing for increasing the prevalence of body cameras, decreasing the amount of force used when apprehending suspects. Also, she should argue for a national standard for reporting police-caused fatalities. You can value the lives of individuals without supporting racist and terrorist movements, which has stolen quotes and methods employed by former black terrorist movements like the Black Liberation Army.
Nobody who has black friends says that they have black friends.
And just because you have black friends doesn't mean you're not racist. You can be racist with black friends.
Look,
How many racist whites do you know of who are self-avowed racists, yet have black friends? Just because we are calling black people out on their bullshit doesn't mean we are racist. Whether or not you have a black friend is irrelevant. Either you have evidence that these people are treating black people differently as a result of their skin color, and for no other reason, or you don't. An example of evidence I will accept as racist would be something along the lines of this video.
look guys, we know nobody's perfect.
But honestly, you could do a little better in 2017.
Some of you guys do a great job. Some of you don't.
Please, because 2016 is bad. 2017 can't be worse than this, all right? Because this is bad.
2017 will be far, far worse if we continue to refuse to hold people accountable for their bad decisions. White people aren't forcing black women to get knocked up in their teenage years. White people aren't forcing black men to drop out of high school and not pursue higher education. White people aren't forcing black people to glorify the thug life, and white people certainly aren't the ones criticizing members of their own race for acting too white, or in other words, speaking eloquently and getting good grades in school. If you enjoy my content, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more.